Today on the 13th of December 2025, GamAfrica TV, we are here again to do a live coverage of the People Progressive Party. This is the first time the party organized a regional conference to select executive members, regional executive members that will ease the work of the party here against the next election. So we have many people who speak about this event. So the event started sharp 12:30 p.m. when the event was opened by the national president, who was Kebananko. Kebananko first thanked the GamAfrica TV and also thanked the delegates from different parts of the constituency. He also addressed the people like that are supporting PPP here in URR to maintain calmness, to foster unity, and of course to promote togetherness so that the parties can come back to life.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Naka. Mr. Trawale, first of all, I have to thank your media team for always honoring our invitation, because you are here on invitation to make this coverage for PPP. As we have said earlier during the Congress, that this Congress is organized in order to build PPP structures. So these structures, their responsibilities would be to do the day-to-day running of the party in this region of URR. Yeah, this is going to help the party a lot, because it's going to help us if we want to do anything in this region. Now the people who are elected, they will be responsible to do those activities of the party in this region. So that is why it's very important that we have this thing. Without a strong structure, the party is going to find it very difficult to work nationwide. So the reason why we have these committees, in fact, we are continuing. We are not stopping here. From Basse here, tomorrow we are going to CRR. So we are also going to form our regional executive committee. So they will be responsible of the day-to-day running of the party in the regions. Yeah. Just as I tell you, so it will be a doubt for somebody to say, PPP, what are we going to bring here? So the skills, the knowledge our founding fathers have, until they were able to develop this, they were able to have this country as Gambia. Those knowledges and skills are still here with us. They left something with us here, which if we use those things properly, we can bring a lot for this nation. So our forefathers are not here, but the skills that they left with us, we are going to use the same skills to bring whatever they were able to bring to this nation. I think even your media, your coverage, you have covered that a lot of youths. And then the youths are very, very important in everything that we are doing, especially in any development. But looking at the type of committee that we have here, you know that most of them are all youths. Out of 13 or 12, maybe 2 would be over age. So having the youths, meaning PPP is ready to do anything in URR. We are going to CRR, and it's going to be in Janjambure tomorrow.
PPP will understand that it's a stronghold for PPP. Basse is a stronghold for PPP. It was the place where PPP was launched on the 13th of February 1959. So when the party was launched, then party was handed over to Sadara Kairaba Jawara. And in fact, we have many prominent people in PPP. People like Fanta Bassen, people like Hassan Musa Kamara, people like Papanjai. They were all a native of Basse. So he also addressed the people to continue to play an important role so that the party can come back to life. So Nanko also advised the younger ones to go back to history and learn many things about what their forefathers did or contributed towards the success of this party. He also advised the Gambian people to look back to this party so that they can also support this party to continue to survive as it was. According to the National Youth President, who was Keba Nanko, he also advised the people to continue to support People Progressive Party, and he also went further to say Basse is a stronghold for PPP. Why? Because Basse is a place where many founding fathers were born and brought up, people like Fanta Bassen and many other people. So he advised the youth, he advised the younger ones, he also advised the people of Basse to come together and foster unity, promote tolerance, and of course accountability. Because this political party called PPP, there is always people that are conscious, people are always aware, people are always willing to give their best for the development of the party.
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin, manso tentu nga manso jai, ani muli anko yen tombong, nim place oto yela na ya musoto na mbatre la wala na ya nga fulfill. Yes. Nga me o musoro nyim pati asembo wata bakale. So wala kan dan tetula no koma fo ngana nga place o nyine pour nga ci amonoti fo alasi ma ko o ko ngol fulfill. So wala kan da a jareta pour nde ngana nga nyim place o nyine nga place o nyine soto. Because ni nara jibe PPP abe koma bakale URR. So pati lo mu yalan ko amanyana tula bake URR koma bake because pati nyin pati o pati be exist gan Gambia jang nyim pati lo e famati. Because nyim pati nyine independence sabun telma fontel be kata school nga pati nyin karang adu ngalo ne mumba ko kono so wala kan de wulta nga ciaman ya nyini pour PPP so kabiri nyin congress kana damuta after application jang ba safeta ngo nyin detlo no je fo ngana application o safe nga etandi la ko ndel hamme ko munti wala kan da pati nyi ya dina jang because nya jibe fon congress nyi ni mo sabale apply so be nara withdraw ya bulanya because yalo ne ko ngamunno adum fanan si munke no pati nyi yolelo be development o nada URR opari fari John abe si ala bakale because ninga jibe ni sanji downtown to ni past 10 years old time pati buka council londi no jang URR o muklinadi fula buka député o sodo no jang adum pati nyinte exist la no Gambia kono natari buka mo londi ka place ol nyini because harma diul alla kaul fo nga député o sodo jang nga council o sodo jang mu yalan ko lebe mo representa ndella kawol wolle be fola je so pati nying abe lakin wala jam bakale so wala kenda o be na em kono na objective kono ka ko next election ne o tambita ni president election o tambita benda bula president election o kono le ne o tambita député kate fo nana dam benda bula je council kate fo nana dam benda bula je wo mu yurwa klin la fokanati URR jam yurwa fula nyaaw wolo nyindi ko laftale mulbe filoto e bona filoto yenana because ni nada jibe mol katu wafula e katu mol convince la ka ko parti ñi parti faari lom bon ndela miro fe ñi parti amanke parti faari on e kana ko momel ñi parti ameta exist kanne so ni aje mol ba fula ko ke convince ka ko fatale wolle fata mol ba ko parti ñi fata wolle fata bon ni nada jibe ndela miro to parti ñi amon fa anta exist kanne because ndel mama ay ñi parti le support PPP fa banta so why not ndeta support la because ni o banta wala banda mam banda si bulano wala footstep normal so ngole so do be mum fala ja yirwalde ngi nyanda mum kala ja kabo bila kabilu me wato mina yang congress fond last 30 minutes ko ma janton kabiru wato ndenga na dogo start le because kabiri mbi nyim goto jan rek mena samudo dunale mediam la fondin kewle amange force mbe kacandi lale pati nyina agenda nyim ba kacale kadiyam fondin kewle munie fondin kewle nafa adu fondin kewle nyanda katar munni muneto because politico fond be wonyale ena ko momol mbe mum fola fondin kewle wolo nyindi ko yena nganda bula pati kono nganda bula politico kono because politico molla agenda manke klindi so ite agenda musura manke klindi right now ndela mero aka NPP le support bon nal agenda faradale adu adande fosla no en sambo lado da mu yan ko amanya kan sambo je so ataka NPP le support na brodal be ka NPP le support na domal anata mulbe Italy be ka NPP le support bon te nga different agenda le jeje so wala kante ndara PPP so mena samudo dunnale ka bula fondin kewol no ma sate kono ka diamu ye akada kewol ti bon akada musol ti bon atia tabidulal ban getol to bon mbeta jelle ni be diamu la PPP agenda adu fana PPP la fa pati nyingala nyame say ani mumbe nunje flodo ani mum manta nunje say la fa ko kataje ka fute ma kilin getol to dulal to tari fondin kewol ka kam dawda mbita jelle ka PPP la agenda wa fi maje tumando ñing mo 50 long maybe 25 wol ba sanale ñin diamute na jigoto
as PPP conducted their election in which they selected their regional chairperson, they also selected their regional treasurer, their secretary, they selected many people that will ease the party for the upcoming election 2026. So among them we have one Musa Jallo who emerged as to be the regional chairperson. So Musa also spoke of many things. He also advised the youths in URR by telling them that this was a party that led the Gambia to the attainment of independence 18 February 1965. It was the same party that led the Gambia into the attainment of Republican status. And of course, many of his forefathers' grandparents were supporting the People Progressive Party, which inspired and motivated him greatly to continue to support the PPP. He also further went further to tell the people in Basse that he promised to bring many development. For example, he will put on his shoes and went from one place to another to persuade the youth, to convince the youth to come back and support the People Progressive Party, because this is the only party that can generate or that can bring back development in Gambia. Because we have seen during the colonial period how Sadauda, how many people in PPP played an important role to see that Gambia are free from the colonial yoke. So Musa also went further to advise the people in Basse for them not to look into any other party than PPP, because this was the party that paved the way for the attainment of independence.
Thank you so much, my son. The People's Progressive Party is the founding father of this country. By that I mean Sir Dauda and his colleagues, Reverend J.C. Fai, the prominent members from Combo all over the country. I cannot name all. They engineered this party, and they took us to independence and then to republic. Independence in 1965 and republic in 1970. Now, it has been here for almost 30 years. And when I hear people talk about PPP is dead or PPP has not done anything for this country, I, as an elderly person, I dispute that fact. Any infrastructure you see in this country, as I am talking to you, the foundation stone has been laid by PPP. The roads we are talking about, in those days, you see, one need to understand one thing. Your present generation, you have everything. From internet, from materials, sophisticated equipment. But in those days, PPP workers, that is why they call it tessito, were using axes, cutlasses, hose, spades, you name them. And they cut through the length and breadth of this forest, through this country, through the forest, and they pave out the roads we are seeing today. I think that is alone is an achievement. All the institutions you are seeing in this country, I will name few: social security, agriculture, the education system, the hospitals, were all started by PPP. And you know the difference with PPP in those days and today is, as I am telling you, you people have all these gadgets. In those days, people used to communicate on walkie-talkies. It was difficult for them. They were riding on bicycles from one constituency to another, donkey carts. In fact, they were walking on foot to communicate with the people at grassroots. And I remember during my school days, no mother was pulling out lunch from your pocket for the school children. It was all done by the PPP government. We used to have lunch, breakfast, and even in the evening when we go to the gardens, we will have our dinner. The work and the initiative the founding fathers have taken to put this country where it is today is one thing. But the other thing is for the development of the youth and the women in this country. I am a very keen politician and I'm also an activist. I have seen the difference how people were living in those days and how they are living now. When I hear and see and watch about this back day syndrome, it gets to my heart. When I see youths that are being labeled as idle and criminal and all that, it gets to my heart as a mother. I want to see national development improve in this country. I want to see people to be able to put food on the table for their families. Gambia is used to 3 daily meals. Now some people cannot afford it. There must be change. We need to change. We need to change and go back to the PPP governance system to bring this country back to where it belongs, from poverty, from lack of job for the youth, from women empowerment, name them, agriculture. This country, there are means and resources for us to sustain ourselves. First of all, what we will bring is, as I said, we boost agriculture. Any country who cannot feed itself will have to depend on foreign imports, food and materials. We want to see the youths employed. We want to see the women who are struggling daily to improve their lives and improve the way they are working in the markets, on the farms, on business trips, so forth and so forth. If you go to Nigeria, you see, for example, you see women, they drive their Porsche cars, park in front of the market, get into the market, do their business, and get back into their cars and drive home. How many women, business women, from market women to entrepreneurs, how many of them do you see driving fancy cars? You don't. And also, we want to eradicate corruption. Any government who legalize corruption is not a government for the people. It's a government for themselves. I think you were in there, you saw me addressing the delegates and the members who attended the Congress. They are the ones who have to bring back PPP. Those people you are talking about, their descendants are here. They are around. And they knew about PPP. What I want you, the youths, to do is make a research. Go into your internet. You have the capacity and the ability. Read about PPP. Understand what used to happen and what needs to happen now. Then we can move forward and develop the party and bring back the party to govern this country.
This is GamAfrica TV giving you a live news feed in URR Upper River region, here to do a live coverage of a regional conference organized by the People Progressive Party. I am your presenter, Aliu from GamAfrica TV.